Hey guys, Josh here, and today we're going to take a look at the MP-01 Masterpiece Acid Storm. Now, with this being the fourth figure of the MP-11 mold, I didn't see a reason to do the transformation for this guy since you've probably already seen it before, or if you haven't, then there's a pretty easy search you could do on any of the MP-11s to find out how to transform them back and forth. But I thought we'd take this time to just kind of focus here on the box, just in case any of you guys are mint and seal box collectors. Now on the front here, you can see that it says Transformers Masterpiece. There's a nice picture of Acid Storm in its robot mode and jet mode. And one of the things I wanted to point out, I did say MP-01 earlier, just because I'm not really sure why Hasbro decided to do this. Maybe this is the new design for these Hasbro figures, and they're not putting them in that clear box. So this is something that's a lot nicer. It's kind of got that Takara feel, and they wanted to start off with MP-01. Hasbro Soundwave is going to be MP-02, and so on and so on. Looking here on the side, you can kind of see that it panels around with the Decepticon logo, so it looks very nice there. Down here, you can see that it says it's number 8 of 30, so it's one of those 30 for 30 anniversary line figures. And then you can see that you have the jet mode. It says some of the things that it comes with. It's stand with jet mode and robot mode, and just very nice packaging. I prefer this over what they used to do with the clear packaging. It looks a lot better this way. Then here on the side, you can see that you've got a little bit of bio. It's very vague, doesn't really tell you anything. Little is known about this mysterious air warrior acid storm, blah, 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 blah. If you want to read that, I will just pause it, or you can pause it, I'm sorry about that. And you can read it there. And there's his little tech specs and stuff like that, and you can read that if you like. But that is pretty much the box, guys. Now we're going to get into the robot mode, and I'm just going to kind of do these in little cutscenes. So talk to you here. And taking a look at the robot mode, you can see this, guys, everything you'd expect from an MP-11 mold, but these wings are absolutely amazing. I love the digital camo, and it's really the highlight of the figure. It's what sold me. So just putting these arms down, we'll go over articulation, even if you kind of already know what it looks like. But these wings are amazing. Let me bring it in a little bit closer there for you. I love these. No stickers, so I mean they're already put on there, computerized or however they do it. But I love it. I love this guy. Now, as far as some other things that they kind of changed, and I'll bring in Masterpiece Thundercracker here. You can see that they did a flip flop with the forearm and the hands, where he has black and gray here, and he went with the gray and black there. Also, there's kind of what I was saying with the wings. You could definitely tell that this guy's going to stand out, not just because of his color, but because of the wings pops on your shelf, which I really like. As far as the heads, they're exactly the same. The mold is exactly the same. You can see that they put a little bit of gray paint down here at the foot where Thundercracker doesn't have any, so I actually prefer this. I think it kind of adds a nice touch. I'll probably add some to Thundercracker later on as well. Instead of having a clear or yellow canopy here, he also has the green, which is really nice. And just bring in his face sculpt here. Let me make sure that's focused for you guys. You can see that he's got the nice green eyes as well. And just really nice looking. Love this figure. Alright, and going around to the back section here. You can see that you have the missiles that he also comes with. Same thing on Thundercracker that you could put here on the sides. I don't believe MP-11 Starscream had those. Now, he doesn't have any kind of detail up here at the top, as you can see. I actually kind of would have preferred maybe if he would have had just something. It looks a little bit plain, but it's not really a deal breaker considering that that's going to be facing the wall on my shelf. The other thing that I kind of had to complain about, since I said the main feature on this guy is his digital camo, you can see that it's also on this flap back here whenever he's in jet mode. But whenever you put him in robot mode, it would have been nice if they would have painted that as well, just so that it kind of just makes the figure pop just a little bit more. I think it would have been a high improvement. I guess what you could do is take these little sides off, since they're not that hard, and just put them on the opposite end. So I guess not a big deal there, and that's what they kind of thought people would do. But really, really nice. Have a couple other size comparisons as well. So put him here to the side, and we will grab MP-13, or this is the Takara version, but if you buy the Hasbro version, it's going to be MP-01 Soundwave. So as you can see, Soundwave's a little bit taller there than him, but if you add his wings, he's a little bit taller. And another Masterpiece figure, to kind of give you an idea, there is Sideswipe. So quite a bit of height there, considering that these guys are a little bit cheaper, and they're meant to be smaller. And one last one, because you guys, if you subscribe to my channel, you know that I mostly do G1 reviews. As you can see, G1 Galvatron, everything's kind of in scale here. So Galvatron's supposed to be taller than one of the Seekers, which Hasbro never got that right. So but we'll move on. Really, really cool. I like that together. So we'll go over articulation, and then we will go over the jet mode. His head, just like all of them, it does go front back, goes side to side, rotates a little bit, not 360. These right here can go front and back as well. The canopy can open. The arms have this joint here that goes back. They also go in and out. You can rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, 180. So nice double jointed elbows there. Then on the hands, they can rotate, thumbs on a ball joint, and then you have the basically the 1-1-3 here, to where the index fingers all on its separate joints, to where on the bottom 3 here, they're on the same joint here, but still have a knuckle, which is really nice. The one problem also that I have with this guy is they never fixed this thing. When you pick them up, that's really annoying. I wish they would have done something, since this is their 4th figure on this mold, that they would have done something to fix that, but I guess they're not going to bother. With the legs here, you have the joint here that goes front and back, side a little bit, rotates there at the thigh, bends a little bit more than 90 degrees, as you can see there, in the knee, which is really nice. Get that done right. And then the foot, this can kind of move around just a little bit, but it's kind of pointless, really. But there is Acid Storm in his robot mode. So we will change over to the jet mode. Alright, and finally take a look at the F-15 Eagle jet mode. Wanted to give you guys a 360 of the figure so you get the general idea of what he looks like, while also pointing out some of the things that I thought were kind of negative about the figure. Then we'll kind of get into the little gimmicks and accessories and things like that. The first thing I wanted to point out is this gray section here. Looks like this is like a light silver and this is gray, but it's all really the same color plastic, except for this section right here has kind of a metallic coating over it. Now if you look at it dead on, you can't even tell the difference, but whenever you look at it at the side, you can definitely tell on camera, I believe, that this is darker than the rest. So I wish they would have done it one way or the other. Actually, I preferred if they would have done it all the metallic. Again, with the wings, I mean, really the selling point with this figure, it's the reason you buy him, in fact, unless you're just a fan of the Rainmakers or Acid Storm. And you see that you've got one of the sergeant's names over here. Everything is pretty much the same as all the other figures. You can see that you got the landing gear here and here. I will point out something here a little bit later on. With the wings, these go down. I mean, it's all part of transformation, but it's also the way that a jet flies. These go up and down. These do detach sometimes, but you can put them back on there very easily, and it's not really a problem. With this section here, you can pull up on each one of those, and you can see that the back heel spurs kind of serve as, like, they got some engine detail in there. So something they didn't have to do, but they kind of added it, and it was really a nice feature with this figure. I mean, it's on all the other MP-11 molds, but it's really nice that they added it to this mold. Then you also have the thrusters. They go up, down. I believe they go side, side as well. Not a whole lot, but you kind of get the general idea there. And this doesn't really bother me with the just black there and not adding something. I think it looks fine just because you have the digital camo. Now, if you didn't have that there, I think that this figure would really be missing something. Now, again, I wish they would have continued on with the digital camo back here, but it's not that really big of a deal, I guess. Coming over here to the side, you can see that you've got another sergeant's name. On here on the front, you've got the same thing as well. I believe that's some type of radar or something like that. I don't know much about aviation, so. And then you can also open the canopy. You got this little green guy. I believe Starscream or Thundercracker came with a gold or chrome one. No, I forget. But you can put them in there. You can leave them in there the whole time if you like, or he also comes with a display stand that I'll show you here in a bit. One of the other action features this guy has is if you pull back here, he's got a nice air brake, and as you can see, you've got some nice detail with silver paint and some nice little chrome there as well. Before I get into the one negative gripe that I have with him, we'll show you the display stand. So as you can see, it says Acid Storm, the Decepticon logo there. You get a couple of other missile things that you could put in whenever he's in robot mode, like I showed whenever I displayed them. This section right here will display them in jet mode, and you can just slide it off and put it on this way. And, well, I think I did that backwards. It doesn't matter. But this will display him in his basically robot mode, to where he's kind of hovering in the air. So for better display, and that's how I kind of do them. It also comes with a little clip here that you can put the little figure if you don't want to put him, in his canopy. Now the last thing, and I kind of hate to end it with a negative. Now with the landing gear, whenever you fold this up, and you'll just open this up and push this down, and let me get this to where you can kind of see it. One of the very few spots this figure actually has paint. You can see that in one transformation, moving this back and forth, he's got a little paint chip there, and there's one right there as well. So hopefully it's not something that's on your figure. This guy, or this front landing gear piece, was very, very hard to get out, just super tight. I had to get a pin up in there to get it out, and I was very careful at the same time. So I think that the paint is just glopped on too much. It's not supposed to be that way. I will give you one size comparison, and we'll end the video. Here is F-18 Eagle. This is my original G1 Skywarp. So this is basically what they were modeling it off of, and you guys that have the G1 Seekers, you kind of see the size scale difference here. So really an awesome figure if you're just a fan of aviation or the Rainmaker, Seekers, whatever. I got a buddy that's a manager at Toys R Us that all he collects as far as Masterpiece goes are Seekers. He doesn't care about anything else. But that's basically what they were going for, and I think it's a really nice figure. Would I pick it up if I had to, have the opportunity to not buy it or buy it again? Absolutely would. If it didn't have the digital camo, I would let it sit on the shelf. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and see you guys on the Cybercast, and we're going to do it on Sunday at 10 a.m. So talk to you later. Bye.